What if I told you that the way you eat pizza reveals whether you're a natural leader or follower? Stick around because the 5 choices I'm about to share will expose personality traits you didn't even know you had, and the last one is so accurate it's almost creepy. We make thousands of decisions every single day, but most of us never realize that these seemingly innocent choices are actually windows into our deepest psychological patterns. Today I'm going to walk you through 5 specific decisions that psychologists use to decode personality types, and trust me, by the end of this video you'll be analyzing everyone around you. Let's start with something we all do but never think twice about. How do you handle your phone when you're walking? I know this sounds random, but hear me out. If you constantly check your phone while walking, even when there are no notifications, you likely have what psychologists call high trait anxiety paired with a need for external validation. You're someone who thrives on connection but also fears missing out on important information. On the flip side, if you put your phone away completely when walking and actually observe your surroundings, you tend to be more present-minded and confident in your own company. These people usually score higher on measures of emotional stability and have stronger internal validation systems. But here's where it gets interesting. If you walk with your phone out but only check it when it actually buzzes or rings, you're likely someone with strong boundaries and excellent impulse control. The second choice that reveals everything about your personality is how you organize your living space, specifically your bedroom. Now I'm not talking about whether you're messy or clean, because that's too obvious. I'm talking about where you position your bed in relation to the door. If your bed faces the door directly, you're probably someone who likes to feel in control of your environment. You want to see who's coming and going, and you don't like surprises. This positioning often indicates natural leadership qualities and a strategic mindset. However, if your bed is positioned so that you can't see the door when lying down, you're typically more trusting and comfortable with vulnerability. You don't feel the need to be constantly vigilant, which suggests higher levels of basic trust in the world around you. But the most fascinating personality indicator is if you've placed your bed diagonally in the corner farthest from the door. This arrangement screams creative thinking and non-conformity. People who do this are often highly innovative but also tend to be more introverted and selective about their social interactions. Now let's talk about choice number 3, and this one might make you uncomfortable because it's so accurate. How do you eat pizza? Seriously, stay with me on this one. If you fold your pizza slice in half before eating it, you're a practical problem solver who values efficiency over convention. You're not afraid to break social norms if it makes logical sense, and you probably approach most challenges in life with this same pragmatic mindset. If you eat pizza with a fork and knife, you're detail-oriented and prefer structure in your life. You're also someone who values presentation and probably take pride in doing things the proper way. This often indicates perfectionist tendencies and high standards for yourself and others. But if you eat pizza the traditional way, holding it with your hands and eating from the tip to the crust, you're likely someone who respects tradition and values social harmony. You don't like to stand out unnecessarily and prefer to fit in with group dynamics rather than challenge them. Choice number 4 is about how you respond when someone asks you an unexpected question in a group setting. Do you immediately start talking, even if you're not completely sure of your answer? If so, you're probably an extroverted thinker who processes ideas out loud. You're comfortable with uncertainty and use conversation as a way to work through problems. If you pause for several seconds before responding, you're likely an introverted processor who likes to fully formulate thoughts before sharing them. You value accuracy over speed and probably have fewer but deeper friendships. There's nothing wrong with either approach, but they reveal fundamentally different ways of interacting with the world. However, if you deflect unexpected questions by asking a question back or making a joke, you're someone who likes to maintain control over conversations and your public image. You're strategic in your communication and probably quite emotionally intelligent. Now for the 5th and final choice, and this one is honestly almost unsettling in how revealing it is. How do you handle waiting in line when there's no clear organization system, like at a busy coffee shop or food truck? If you immediately try to establish order by asking who was there first or directing people to form a proper line, you're a natural organizer with strong leadership instincts. You see chaos as something to be fixed rather than endured. If you simply find your place and wait patiently without trying to organize anyone else, you're typically more agreeable and comfortable following social structures that others create. But here's the really interesting part. If you actively avoid these situations by choosing less busy times or different locations entirely, You're probably highly sensitive to environmental chaos and prioritize your mental energy over convenience. This often indicates high emotional intelligence and strong self-awareness about your own needs and limitations. The crazy thing about all of these choices is that they reveal not just who you are now, but how you're likely to handle future challenges and relationships. Your personality isn't fixed, but these patterns run deep and influence almost every decision you make. So which of these resonated most with you? Drop a comment below and let me know if these assessments felt accurate. And if you want to dive deeper into understanding personality psychology, check out the video I'm putting up next week about the hidden meanings behind your social media habits.